Hello, and welcome to this video on files and folders. So Windows has to have a way to know where all of these videos and images and computer programs are at. And the way it does that is a hierarchy of files and folders. So let's go over it a little bit here. So to begin, files are self-contained pieces of information almost like an actual file in a physical folder. So if you've ever worked in an office and you pull out one of those drawers and it has a bunch of folders, and inside of a folder there's like 20 pieces of paper with information on it. Well, each one of those is a file. And you can consider these the same way. Any file is kind of like the piece of paper with inside of the folder. So that would mean folders are actually very similar to a physical folder. So a folder can contain many files, and they're similar to a physical folder in that aspect. Now, one difference is that often you'll find that digital folders, like the ones in Windows, will contain more folders. And the thing here is you don't have to worry about the folder getting stuffed too big. You can stick folders within folders. So, for example, if we had a folder and called it resumes, we could actually put inside of that folder another folder for each person who submitted a resume, and then inside of each one of those folders put the file or the resume of each person. So as I had mentioned, everything is a hierarchy. Now to get to it, or to use the files and folders on Windows, there is a little button on your taskbar. It looks just like this guy down here. It is called File Explorer. And when you click it, it opens the Files and Folders area, which is called File Explorer. So again, Windows file system is a hierarchy. All folders start from a main point and branch out. So usually a special drive name that refers to what or where the data is stored. It's not really important to worry about how that works, but if you look here where it says local disk C, the vast majority of the time on a Windows computer, the C drive, that right there, will be your main location. It's the root point. So the directory. The directory tells you the path to a file or folder. So here, if you look, I opened the C drive. In the C drive, we had all of these folders, and then there was one called users. And then I opened the user pdfsm_000. And then inside of there, I went to documents. And the way we show that, if we have to write it down, there's got to be a way to write this down. You can't just send everyone a picture. If you need to tell them how to get to a folder, it's like this. So the C drive comes first, then a backslash, and the backslash is the slash usually right above the enter key on your keyboard. So C right here, then users, and you can see users right here. Is the next folder down, then pdfsm000 is the next one, and then backslash documents, and that shows that we are in the documents folder. It's not really that hard, and once you use it a few times you'll probably get the hang of it, but all it is you put the C drive or the drive name and then a backslash, and then you just list each folder you're in with a backslash after it. So C, then users, then pdfsm000, and then documents. So it's not really that hard. Don't worry if you don't get it. Just watch this a couple times. It's not really that bad. And we'll try to go over this some more in a demonstration. So as I had mentioned, the C drive is usually the main point or the main storage location for your computer. Now, it's not always the case, but in most computers it will be the case. So that's an important thing to remember. My Documents is a folder designed for you to save your documents to, and also has subfolders for pictures, music, and video. So here's the Documents folder, and I have all kinds of folders in here of my own. Now, how would you create a folder once you open a folder? Say you go into the Documents folder and you want to create one. Well, the way to do it is to right-click on the desktop, or, I should have added this in here, or within another folder. Then in the context menu, select New, then point to Folder, and click. So the same method can be used within a folder to create subfolders. So if you look in this image, and we will also go over this in a demonstration, I'm inside the test folder in my Documents, and I right-clicked, and the context menu came up. I pointed to New, and then I brought my cursor over to Folder, and I click on Folder, and that would create a new folder. At that point, it would ask me to name it. I would type in a name and hit Enter, and it would be all ready. Okay, I hope this helps. Let's move on to the demonstration.